Let me just add what I hope is a helpful note to this recording I've just done here. The one before this in the numbering system and date. Well, same day, just now. I was laying in bed, 3-something in the morning. It's only 3:56 now. And it's dark, of course. I'm on my own. And I would have done my yoga practice, which is triangular breathing. I could have gone into thanking God, reviewing from the previous day all the things in which God has been a blessing, all the nice things that have happened, all that I value, all that I'm so glad is existing and existed. Wasn't strongly motivated to do so. I just woke. Well, I probably was having dreams before, and nothing special, not particularly good or bad dreams, and not particularly strong enough to review in my mind or playing on my mind. And I'm laying here thinking, what's the best thing to do? Is it to practice triangular breathing? Is it to review, all that's good and lovely? But I'm not motivated to. What will make me motivated? Oh, listening to my recordings always somehow has a wonderful outcome. I mean, by which I mean I'm greatly lifted, encouraged and focused and content, and feel life has full meaning in such preoccupation. Yours might be to read scripture, or it might be to listen to some good music, or to listen to someone else. Now, I start typically, and what happened here today, this morning already, I started before the last recording to listen to where I was up to reviewing and preparing things for publication for YouTube. And I got a few sentences in and remembered something I'd been listening to yesterday evening. A Buddhist nun, a rather lovely soul, spiritually speaking, I mean, a lovely person, being helpful and wanting her audience, which I was in as well, of course, to know how best to deal with difficult personal relationships. To deal with them, of course, with a loving and hopeful and peaceful, blessed way. I'm immediately encouraged to record quickly while I had some reflection upon these ideas. Yes, it was a great blessing, but it suffered the poverty, of course, from my experience and point of view of not having this understanding of the love of God in your life as well. She is loving and kind and a really beautiful person. But we are incredibly blessed and helped by the hope that comes from trusting in God, which she does not have, of course. Although she does have a quasi-trust in God, something very close, which is a belief in goodness, in being a blessing, in being friendly and helpful, a great trust in being such from her experience. And I was just thinking, now how does this contrast with my own experience and view? And so I launched myself into just saying something to this effect. And well, it's now the recording that's just before this, it now is extant, it exists, and I can publish it, and hopefully will have such opportunity. I expect to, very, very simply. And I'm up and running. I'm in full blessing. I'm in full spiritual state. Talking and recording is here now. Purpose to bless and help you, a stranger, someone I don't know and may never know on this terrestrial material planetary sphere on Earth. But I actually trust will know and relate to you beautifully in the spiritual, in heaven. Isn't that strange? You may not have this hope and belief yet, but you will have if you follow this path. Perhaps you have great faith and trust in a better path as you see it. Well, if it is, it will be, and if it isn't, mine's still on the shelf, which you can take. You can listen to my recordings anytime, of course. Well, I assume you can. You can set up a situation probably where you can. Just select one from YouTube. Bless you. And I am so pleased and quickened by being part of this blessing of our Heavenly Dad that loves you and me as I take it to be, and all it is. Bless you. Thank you, Heavenly Dad. Oh, not to miss the point, which is to say, again, do what you find brings you nearer to blessedness, to hope and joy and peace, what we might define as life eternal. Draw nigh to whatever you find is truly your blessing, that brings you back on track. Mine, astonishingly, is something to do with my recordings because it's, in a sense, my ministry. A very real sense to me. Great joy, great fulfillment. You know, you might think I'm 77. I mean, it's too late to do anything. But it's not. It's a fantastic opportunity to be a blessing. You know, you might not be someone who can do recording very well. You'd probably find you can, but you might not feel that. But you know, some things are a great blessing to you and some are not. Wandering aimlessly is not typically very useful to anyone. But following up on what you know has been a blessing to you in the past can be a very quick way to life eternal and blessedness for you and all life around you. Thank you, Dad. So Jesus says, this is the way, walk ye in it. Those who have ears to hear, let them hear. I'm come that ye might have life, and have it more abundantly. This is life eternal, to know thee, the only true God, Heavenly Dad, and the way to you. The way being, whatsoever is good and lovely, think on these things. And your love and desire for God will so grow and mount, you'll be astonished, absolutely astonished. Thank you, Heavenly Dad.